This tutorial demonstrates how to use two different games in Blackboard Collaborate. The first is Connect 4. With Connect 4, again, you could either play with just two individuals, two teams, or students against teachers. And here we have an example of the Connect 4 board, just like that. Your favorite childhood game, Connect 4. This picture just demonstrates correct play and incorrect play. When you're dropping in the checkers are going to fall all the way to the bottom row rather than having students choose which circles to color in. That's just what this screen is displaying. So for Connect 4, you have your game board here. And you would call upon your first student to present a question to, and this Connect 4 is set up for math. Actually, before your students log in, you would want to go ahead and block out the answers. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay. And so you call upon the first student to solve this problem on the whiteboard. You could close the chat and have the other students working on it and submitting their responses individually. Once a student has solved the problem on the whiteboard, you can reveal the answer. If the student is correct, you can go back to the Connect 4 screen. And I'm going to go ahead and show my Page Explorer here in the upper right-hand corner to help me navigate. So I'm going to go back to the Connect 4 screen, and let's say that the students have chosen to be red and you're going to be yellow. Well then, what they would do is they can just go ahead and choose the circle, change that to red, and then decide where they would like their checker to go. So let's say that they want this circle here to represent the correct answer for that question. Then you're going to move on to the next question. And if you have your Page Explorer on, you'll know that the next question is whatever question that still has the answer covered up as you progress through the questions here. So just double click on that question, call on the next student to solve this problem on the whiteboard, reveal the answer. Oh, if they got it wrong, and then go back to the Connect 4 board. And now you as the teacher get to go ahead and place a checker, a yellow checker, in your chosen spot. So let's say that you want to start here. And you would just proceed through the game that way. Let's say this student gets it right. And so now you go back to the Connect 4 board. Since it's a student, they're going to go ahead and choose red. And more than likely, they're going to want to fill this, drop their checker right here. And the object of the game is to get 4 in a row, whether it be up and down, across, or diagonally. So this is a fun game because a lot of students are familiar with Connect 4. Another game that is very similar, I'm just going to flip through some questions here to the next game. The next game is called Align the Stars, and this is similar. Here's some instructions for Align the Stars. What's nice about this is that you can divide into teams or you can use individuals. If you choose to have teams, you can have up to 6 teams. So if you have a really small group of students, they can play against each other rather than having a team of students playing against you. But what you need to do is go ahead and choose the number of stars required to win, such as 3 in a row, 4 in a row, or 5 in a row. And then you go through and ask each team or each individual a question. And if they answer correctly, they get to choose a star to color in for their team. So that after they've chosen a team color, correct responses to questions would allow them to color in one of their stars to represent their team color. And so then the first team or individual to get the desired number of stars touching in their color wins. And again, stars can align in rows, columns, or diagonally. So here's the Align the Stars board. This would be the first question. And again, before class starts, you want to go ahead and cover up the answers. So I'm just going to cover up a few here. Okay. I'm going to turn my Page Explorer back on so I know where I'm going. And remember that as long as this follow box is checked off, whenever you double click on any screen, the students are going to follow you there. All right, here's the first question for Align the Stars. Student number 1 is asked to respond to 8 minus 6 on the whiteboard, while the other students might be responding in the chat box, or should be responding in the chat box. So let's say the student does respond correctly, reveal the answer, go back to the stars board, and let's say student 1 has chosen to be red, and they want to fill in this star right here. Actually, it'd probably be easier if they chose the highlighter, but either one will work. So they're filling in this star red, and it might be a good idea after this screen here to insert a new page and indicate what color each student has chosen, if you have a team of, say, 6 students playing with you. So, let's say Bobby has chosen red, and let's just pick another color. Oops. It looks like Chris has chosen green, so on and so forth. Just so you have that reference. All right, so Bobby filled in a star, red. Now I'm going to go to the next question, and it's going to be Chris's turn. And Chris has to respond to 4 plus 9. And he has done so correctly. So Chris gets to go to the star screen, and remember, if we look at this screen here, we know Chris is green. So Chris is going to pick up the green pen or highlighter and color in his chosen star green. And so on and so forth until you have a winner. And you could actually maybe set up one of these screens ahead of time with the color choices already up here, and then just indicate the student's name next to each color. That way it does save a little time. But that is how you would progress through and play Align the Stars. If you have any questions about how to incorporate these fun games into your Class Connects, please let me know.